Missouri advocates asking the state to reconsider a man's execution. Good evening, I'm Daniel Wynn.
And I'm Jillian Ferdig. In 8 days, convicted killer Kimber Edwards is scheduled to be executed for the 2000 killing of Kimberly Cantrell in University City. Today, advocates and religious leaders from across the state are calling for the release of Edwards, who they say was falsely accused.
ABC 17's Joe McLean met with some of those advocates today and joins us now from Jefferson City. And Joe, they say the execution shouldn't happen for several reasons.
They do, Daniel. Representatives from Missourians for Alternatives to the Death Penalty assembled a panel of supporters that included Edwards' attorneys, one of the directors of the Midwest Innocence Project, and the Missouri Clergy Alliance. Now, setting aside the controversial nature of the death penalty itself, they say that this execution should not happen for 3 reasons. First, Orthel Wilson openly admitting to killing Kimberly Cantrell on his own. He's currently serving life in prison for being involved, when the original charge was that Edwards had hired him to kill Kimberly Cantrell, now admitting that he had a relationship with Cantrell and doing so uncoerced, killing Cantrell in her apartment in 2000. Now, they also cited the jury that convicted Edwards was comprised of all whites, claiming for that reason he didn't get a fair trial. And the group finally saying that Edwards was diagnosed with Asperger's syndrome, a form of autism, and was therefore extra vulnerable while being questioned by the attorneys. Now, for all these reasons, the group says something needs to be done before it's too late.
If they're going to carry out a sentence, that they do it for somebody who is truly guilty. And in this case, they cannot say that Mr. Edwards is guilty of any crime. We're hopeful that this process will lead to justice for Mr. Edwards in the end.
It was also brought up in the meeting today that there was no physical evidence linking Edwards to the killing of Cantrell. Now, I reached out to the prosecuting attorney of St. Louis County, who was the prosecutor in this case. My phone call was not returned. I also reached out to the Missouri State Attorney General's office. They said they could not comment on an impending case. Reporting live in the Jefferson City newsroom, Joe McLean, ABC 17 News.
Thanks, Joe. Edwards' execution is scheduled for 1 week from tomorrow.